Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, and hello. Come on in. Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. We're going to start off with the opener. We got Surah Al-Fatiha. Welcome. Real life, no filter, period. We're going to go over here, everybody. Welcome. We just push go on everybody. I'm going to preference. This message is hereby. I don't teach tarot. Thank you. If you haven't received or gotten your copy yet, please get you one. Please and thank you. Again, I don't teach tarot. All right. So we are going to, hello everyone, thank you. Thank you for being here. Come on in, come on in. I'm making some adjustments right now to naming and things of that nature. So come on in, we're gonna do our morning prayer. Good morning. I see your name over there, that is funny. Y'all, so this morning, my house was at 72 degrees. Mind you, I had turned everything off and it didn't feel like it was 72 degrees in here. So I got up and I started doing my cleaning routine that I've been doing. And because I said I was going to touch everything. And it was basically, you know, the form of protection and this, that, and the third. There's something happening right now. It's like marking your territory. You know how when dogs be out, you know, just going and pissing on shit, marking your territory, getting everything together. It's giving that type of vibe. So the message that we have here, we're adjusting. So I'm adjusting it right now. Hello, welcome. The message that we're working on is, come on, let me see where you at, where you at, where you at, and what you doing. Paste it right there. It says you keep choosing them over you, and it shows. What that mean for y'all? You keep choosing them over you, and it shows. So we're gonna customize this situation here. We got live, subscribe. Give me a like, comment, share, and a follow. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. So I just changed the information. We're gonna go over to this area too. So I'm gonna go over here, but I'm gonna do this Surah Al-Fatiha first, and then we're gonna go from there. I'm a preference also this message by saying God was God before any religion showed up, but there are still good things, you know, as in anything good and bad, and we use what is important. So in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. So we're going to start with that one right there. And then we're going to go to Psalms 91. I don't know why even in the process I started this. So I just recently, because, you know, I'm doing my cleaning process and everything. But I think it's called a Nakai. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. But it's the whole face veil or whatever. And so I got a couple of them that I had before. But I never wore them. So after we go into my cleaning area and we're done doing that, I think that's going to be one of the things that, because my covering, I think that's going to be one of the things that I actually try out, see if I like it, which I already like it because I had it. But, yeah, so I'm going to start doing that as well, depending upon, anyway. But I don't know why that came up because I wasn't going to tell nobody that until actually after I was done. But for some reason, it popped in my brain, so maybe we talking about it. Anyway, Psalms 91, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you With his feathers and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. In your holy name I pray, amen. Something strange happened because all of a sudden everything blacked out. But in the process of while I was telling y'all that, I said that when I woke up it was 72 degrees in here, but it didn't feel like 72 degrees. Now, this is the thing. I don't know which lands are cold right now or places are cold, but it's showing me that somewhere cold. I don't know if I want to say, is Russia cold right now? Or areas over there like that? Good morning, Mr. Steele. How are you doing? Psalms 91. Is it cold in Russia, or where areas are cold right now, y'all? Because something about a cold area or a cold place. Mind you, if we look at certain areas, it could be from the book of Enoch too, because it says something about the 7 layers or the seven levels. Like when people know that hell is hot, but the thing is, it's the upside down. Like, this place is the upside down. So when people think of hot, they think of like fire, but hot is also cold. Because if a temperature goes way down below, it's like frostbite or something. But when freezing temperatures get to entertainment purposes only, I forgot that y'all are here this morning, so TikTok is on the scene too. So I'm gonna look it up, but it's like, because you can get burned from cold. So it's giving cold. Mind you, I wasn't cold, and I had the best night's sleep last night. And I'm normally like 80 degrees. So I don't know why, that happened, but I'm also going to preference this by saying that last time I went through whatever that change was, when I told y'all I glitched in the system, during my glitch in the system, I was sleeping butt naked in the coldest of weathers. I don't sleep like that. So something was wrong, but not really wrong, because medically I was fine. But for some reason, when my change came about, it's like reptilian or something. Y'all, don't, entertainment purposes only, like I said. So take whatever this is with a grain of salt, but I'm telling y'all, that's what happened. So apparently another change coming about, because also it's given mysterious. So I don't know what that is and why. What the hell is this? All right, somebody is talking all over again, and it's weird because why is that happening? All right, so it looks like messages are being sent, and you could potentially not be getting the messages, all of the messages. And why something is being done this way, I don't know, but it's all over the place because, yes. Okay, and then the other thing is this. They're trying to figure out what's happening with the people, it's called CERN, right? And apparently, I don't know what they do over there, and I ain't gonna act like I do know. All I'm gonna say is that I saw a lady, entertainment purposes only, and the lady said that, what are they doing over there because these things are appearing? I've noticed it multiple times on my timeline that I'm being shown 2 things existing. Like a person saying, this didn't exist, I didn't have this. And y'all, I'm sorry that it's in riddles and things of that nature because I'm listening while I'm talking. So she said that her friend made her a scarf and a hat. It was only one. She knows it was only one because they didn't have enough thread. And so it was a little issue in the stitching. So then another one appeared. And then remember I told y'all about the lady who said that the coffee bowls or the dessert bowls, they showed up. But remember also I had my own little personal timeline thing where my toenail clipper set that looks like a little heart mouth showed up, and there was two of them. And I'm saying I didn't buy two, but somehow two showed up. One I had used, the one that you can tell that I had used. And then there was a brand new one that showed up out of nowhere. And so the lady, entertainment purposes only, that was talking said, what are they doing? Because now it looks like, first it was close together. The pattern on it was the same color, but the pattern was a little bit different, meaning it was made by the same person. So she said maybe they're testing out further now because of the fact that, you know, the timelines that are further out, trying to see what would happen. Because apparently somebody trying to see, entertainment purposes only, it's like the looking glass, and on the looking glass it is, what the hell is this? On the looking glass, okay, so now we got code popping up, which don't make sense because it says view source. Let me write this shit down because this is starting to be a lot. All right, so I'm gonna just click out of here, but it says view source code. I didn't click on that. I don't know what that is. So it's telling you something that's behind the scenes that would be in a program. All right, so yesterday out of the blue, a bow showed up. I don't know where it came from. So what I did with it was I put it on this thing because, again, I'm trying to test out this theory, because what the fuck is that? Source code. Add source code to the message. Source code. All right, so I found this bow, this black bow, pretty bow, and source code to the message, and I put it on the curtain. Sorry, y'all. So I'm trying to make sure I don't forget whatever this is right here, because I need to add that, because I'm trying to do something else, but mind you, this shit popped up. So I put the bow on the curtain. And it's only on one curtain. But mind you, there's two curtains. So if this other bow shows the fuck up, I'm telling y'all that bow don't exist here. There's no little girls around here. I'm not one of them grown women that think that I should have bows and shit in my hair. I mean, I be having a little things, but them big ribbons, but it's not a big ribbon. It's really cute and dainty, and it's weird that it showed up. But anyway, so the lady's saying that they're testing further out, which made me wonder, and y'all can, you know, do with this information what y'all will. If in fact they're testing stuff further out and stuff is showing up for you, can't you do your own, you know, it's called quantum jumping or quantum leaping, and entertainment purposes only, so just theories happening here, because again, we got TikTok up too, so just so y'all know, because I gotta keep saying that for them. OG Frito, hi, welcome. So can't you test? Wouldn't that tell you where you are? Mind you, where you are in the situation or in the simulation. Then, the other thing that happened was the African people, because we was talking about them, all of a sudden, for some reason, everybody is finding a huge interest in the black people that are in America. Thank you, but no thank you. And, you know, I'm going to just say it for the black people, and I'm going to say it for me, because fuck y'all. And mind you, I love everybody, but just know that when people start showing up to try to speak for you, they have something that they're trying to gain in the process of it. So what are y'all trying to gain? Anyway, the African man from over there decided that he wanted to come over here and put something down on the New York, the black people's monument or something they were talking about. I don't know if they took that shit up or if they let them people do whatever they did, but technically I wouldn't have let them do it from the beginning. But apparently they wrote some type of heart that is apparently like a sigil, and we gotta watch them motherfuckers because they be the same people trying. And not all Africans, but a lot of y'all are not good people either, because y'all fucking weird as hell that y'all be trying to, destiny swap or leech your way onto something, and I don't like that shit. And it be a lot of scamming. Y'all do a lot of scamming, and then it makes people think that it's the black people doing the scamming. And scamming really wasn't as big until y'all bitches came over here. Like, it was shit, but it wasn't this much shit. Y'all be figuring out how to do stuff. Entertainment purposes only, but I ain't entertained, and it's for real. So me, and y'all always trying to, get something for nothing. That's another thing. Every African that I done came across, and again, me, my own personal, every one of them that I have come across, for some reason they give me either like a weird bitch came over here one time. So I'm gonna just tell you my story. I had something online. The box is basically being shown. This is what it is. The bitch brings her ass the fuck over here, supposedly buying the box, but then she wants to look through the box. I showed you everything that was on the box. Do you want the box or not? Oh, well, I was looking to see if it was computers in the box. Why the fuck would it be computers in the box? I showed you everything that was in the box. Anyway, she just sneakily tried to get her way into something. Oh, well, I was looking for da-da-da-da. So, and then, okay, lady, come on, get the fuck out. It's that type of shit that they do that I don't like. And it's always something, like, that's extra. And we know y'all don't like us. Mind you, we always are willing and open, and this is something that black people have to understand. We're going to have to stop doing that, because these people, none of them have no good intentions for us. Because guess what? When they figured out that they weren't able to, control us in another way, they started importing blacks from other places to try to beat us, because they needed the money to send back to their own country. And although they keep saying, and again, entertainment purposes only, they don't like it here, they send their money back to try to build their own life. Mind you, I done talked to multiple African women, and a lot of them, even when I was doing Uber, kept saying they don't want to go back to, their country, because their country is da-da-da-da this. Or they would say they're sending the money back to the country because they're trying to build their houses. They get somebody to build a house and live there until they retire, and then they go back home to retire. I never get notified from TikTok when straight to the other platform. Well, thank you so much. So it's a thing, mind you. The reason why a lot of y'all ain't got no edges and things of that nature is also because of them, because they be trying to pull y'all hair the fuck out. Anyway, long story short, and it's not all of them, because I'm sure there's some good ones, and I would like to meet all the good ones, but so far the ones that come over here be the ones that be the bottom of the barrel, be doing shit and be doing shit. Mind you, it's an African group of people that y'all know when they be talking about Ibrahim Traore, I love them and this, that, and the third. Mind you, you can trace roots back to da-da-da-da-da, but people keep coming up talking, crazy. Anyway, we got a message here. You don't need to become a new person to change your life. You need to stop betraying the one who you already are. A lot of people aren't stuck because they're lost. They're stuck because they keep overriding their own inner no. Like, no, you can't trespass on this, that, or the third. Like, thank you, but we have the same melanin, and this is the fucking thing that drives me, like, God, why can't the people see it? Because although we can be the same color, they will tell you we're not the same. Mind you, we know we're not the same either. But same melanin, you look in the same mirror on a daily basis, and you will act like the black people over here are the lowest bottom of the barrel. You'll try to come over here and intercept or stick your foot in, or whatever you got, on something and talk down, but y'all be trying it. She said, oh, I don't know you were over there to let me go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so cold, hot. Or hot is cold. Anyway, so let's go back to the message, because like I said, today I was not even in the midst of wanting to give off bad vibes. And so there's something happening. Anyway, so let's go over here and see what the hell this said. because I don't feel that. I feel very good. Like when you wake up, I've been doing a lot of cleaning and the energy is so good. You know, like when you wake up in your room and everything is nice and clean, it just makes you feel good, right? And so that's the energy, that's the vibe. But I swear it's something that keeps wanting to, you keep choosing them over you. All right, let me go over here because what the hell is this? I'm gonna go over here. But it's almost like the energy is wanting it to be something negative. Mind you, it's not that. You keep choosing them over you, and it shows. All right, so we're gonna do this. Let me copy this, because here we are. Mind you, I had to question something this morning, right? Because as I was doing the thing, right, writing a message and just putting in what I was thinking, because that's what I do. I take, excuse me, everything that comes up and I post it, and I write it, and then, push send on the button. What the hell do all this mean, right? So then it comes up with a message. And so I'm saying, is this a good message? Because in my mind, the way I wrote it, I know it was very, very positive. But the way it came off, it seemed negative, but it was actually the truth. It was the truth of a matter. So maybe that might be also the thing too, where certain things may just come off, in a way that it just is what it is. The message is uplifting through truth, not comfort. So it might feel a little intense because it challenges people instead of soothing them. It calls out self-betrayal, which can hit deep. Like, we have to stop betraying ourselves. We have to stop being happy-go-lucky to be included. We have to stop not wanting to do the hard thing that it's going to take in order for us to claim back what was ours. Like, clip they fucking wings. Black people, and I'm talking about the black people that are here, the black people that are in America, that was born, raised, generation to generation, had to go through whatever it was, generation to generation. We are some of the most resilient ass people that you will find on earth. Everybody will come against us or try to give us, lemons. We make lemonade out of the shit. They try to give us the scraps from fucking animals, and we make the most delectable, desirable fucking meals out of the shit. And then people get mad at us because we can still be happy even in the midst of. And it's like the frog. We have to stop allowing them to change our temperature, and we start setting the fucking temperature. And yeah, it may be a hard thing to do, but guess what? You do it every fucking day. When you are out in the streets, or you're having to go do something collectively or by yourself, or just trying to figure it the fuck out, and we do it so eloquently to where people all of a sudden start thinking that that's the standard. Like, oh, they figured out how to do it this way, but meanwhile, bitch, we didn't have no other choice. There was no other choice. We had to. Because people will say, oh, I'm not this, entertainment purposes only. I'm not racist. The whole world is racist. Everybody is racist against us. And that's not us feeling down, because be that. We don't be giving a fuck, I promise you. It's not a oh, woe is us thing. It's a acknowledging thing. We know y'all don't like us. We know y'all keep wanting to steal from us. We know y'all keep wanting to take from us. So stop thinking that we're saying it in an oh, woe is me thing. No, it's a oh, we're aware of your bitch ass thing. So let's start there. Because that's what most people will say. Oh, they're always saying something happened. It did, bitch. It happened. Y'all be mad because we be aware enough to say it, and y'all be embarrassed about y'all behavior. So let's start with that. So we're not saying it because, oh, we want y'all to feel bad. We're saying it because that's what the fuck y'all be doing. So it challenges people instead of soothing them. It makes people be aware of who you are as a person. Why y'all don't like the people that y'all are? Because we can tell y'all that y'all are doing something, and y'all will get mad at us instead of acknowledging the fact that that is within y'all. So one of the girls said, she is Indian, whatever that Indian is. They're Indian, but she is racist against black people. Well, bitch, have you ever looked in the mirror to see that you're melanated? It's weird because If you're a melanated individual and you already know the science, entertainment purposes only, the science behind the thing, we can create every single one of y'all. Genetically. We can create every single one of y'all. And y'all are melanated people, but mind you, we know how this shit started. And y'all will still act as if you are separate from us. Because somehow in your system, it makes y'all feel better. And this is the thing. I keep saying it. If it's a collective message and we are the world, the biggest lie that was ever told on earth and the biggest betrayal is getting us to argue amongst ourselves with each other. This person is better. This religion is better. This thing, like, you can find a lot of goodness even in kids' stories. Like, y'all know how Scrooge McDuck, that was one of them. The kids' cartoons, for some reason, it seems like even though, you know, we're talking about them playing with time, they've been playing with time for a long ass time. Entertainment purposes only, okay? And so just imagine the stuff that used to be out back in the day that used to come and it would tell us about the future right in our face, and it may have went over top of our head because we're thinking, oh, that's art, or oh, that's a movie, or oh, this, that, the third. It had to be somebody at that point in time, entertainment purposes only, playing with time, because literally everything that they had back then came to fruition. So even Scrooge McDuck decided that he wanted to live in a place where there was no monetary system. And then somebody had to come along, and they started with bottle caps. It wasn't even money. It was bottle caps that, you know, this person came about. And then you got to have the bottle caps, and you got to have this many. So then they turned the bottle caps into a monetary system. Shit is only worth whatever you willing to pay for it, or whatever you're willing to, you know, give for it. So what is it worth to you? That's a real thing. It's like when you can't threaten me with a good time because, you know, you can't threaten a person with something that they don't give a fuck about. You can't threaten a person with something they don't care about. So when people are saying, oh, well, we're going to do this and you're going to do that, a lot of people, you know, when they were saying they're going to do whatever our government is doing to them over there, mind you, this ain't our government. This government don't give a fuck about us. And so when the people from foreign countries are threatening the people that's over here, and we be like, okay, well, maybe you might actually be helping us, because technically it's like how when all this stuff was happening over here, and the people over here, like the people that was on American soil, cared more about what was happening in the foreign places, and the foreign places are saying, yay, hip hop parade, they helped us, this, that, and the third. And we saying, I'm looking at it like, well, why the American people so angry about it when these people over here saying, well, we didn't have access to our resources or anything anyway, but we did have this nigga putting his foot on our neck. So y'all took the nigga that was putting their foot on our neck. We don't even give a damn about anything else. So in everything, multiple things could be true, right? At the same fucking time. If I think this, and this is my reality, and this is what's happening, because in my mind, when last night I seen something, entertainment purposes only, they said that the people in that place that they doing that stuff with right now was threatening to clip the cables that were under, you know, the sea and everything else, right? You know what I said? Everybody in the comments talking, fucking clip the cable, bitch. Because guess what? I grew up in a time when there was no internet. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I stay alive. Like, bitch, I grew up without that. And thank God that, you know, it ended up showing up, because we were able to now give information a whole lot faster. But at the end of the day gonna end, I grew up when there wasn't any. Clip the fucking cable. You ain't gonna die. You can't threaten me with something I don't care about. Guess what? A lot of people won't be able to talk and lie if there is no internet any fucking way. A lot of y'all shut the hell up and stop wanting to be, you know, something that you're not, if there's nothing to talk about. So clip the fucking cable. Now, it be people over there talking about, you know, and that was just my opinion, but everybody else was going crazy. Again, I grew up when there wasn't any, so didn't bother me any then. I had a fucking pager, a beeper at one point in time. So to people that grew up during them times, it's not going to matter to us. We're going to just fucking transition right back into whatever the hell we got to do, whatever that is. Send a fucking carrier pigeon if you got to. Mike Tyson got some. Take it how it resonates. Then they were talking about fucking the houses and this, that, and the third. Now, just imagine back in the day when people built houses, you know, stone, wood. People built houses with fucking mud and you know, concrete. It turned into something hard. Then they said, okay, well, we can, you know, manufacture this, that, and the third. Entertainment purposes only. Every time there's something that's natural that you can live with and that could, you know, cut it out of the rock. There's houses in rock and stone. Every time there's something that is natural that you can be okay with and that is better for you, so more than okay, helping you regenerate, helping, you know, your life, they figure out a way to put your ass in a cardboard box. Take you, put your ass inside, and then now you're vitamin D deficient. Entertainment purposes only. And people be like, oh, well, I'm vitamin D deficient. I gotta now take this supplement and this supplement and this supplement. Bitch, take your ass outside. Entertainment purposes only. Because, you know, apparently y'all not entertained yet. Every time something is good on this earth, on this planet, these mother suckers figure out a way to corrupt the fucking system, and then they want to threaten you with some shit. So again, what do you desire that's in the world that these people can actually really threaten you with? Their extinction? Because please hurry it up. Like, whatever y'all gonna do, get the show on the fucking road. So that way, whoever get left here, be mindful of who is who. This is why y'all need to read some shit. That way, when these people start this shit again, and oh, it's this religion and this religion, know what they're trying to do. Because again, God is God before and after. Before and after the religion start, God is going to be God. Their religion starts to try to pigeonhole your ass into a situation and under a man. We shouldn't be looking at them. And not saying nothing other than that there is, you know, some good stuff in everything. There's some bad stuff in everything. There's good angels and there's bad angels. It's funny how a certain group of people decided to take out, you know, certain situations pertaining to if angels can rebel in heaven, what the hell y'all thought people was going to do on earth? Like, it's good in everything and it's bad in everything. You have to be mindful of being either a good person or a bad person. It starts with you. Because even angels ended up being good or bad. Take it how it resonates. Anyway, waking people up. Because, damn, it could be the best message under the sun. But, you know, the fact that I'm saying it's good in everything and it's bad in everything. These people over here, because they don't want me speaking against whatever the hell that is. And why do y'all need to know that God was God before anything showed up? Oh, my God. She's literally trying to tell people that God existed before we showed the fuck up, writing stuff and moving stuff around. And oh my God, she cusses and everything else. Oh, she's telling people that we're using, you know, magic on them, but we told them not to use magic. We are actually using astrology, and we told them not to use astrology, but she's pointing out where we do it at. Not mad at themselves for trying to deceive the world. Not mad at themselves for inserting themselves, their own means, their own measures in front of God. Nobody's mad at that. They only mad at me for telling y'all that, you know, they doing this. This what they doing. This what they said. This what they trying to trick y'all with. And quite frankly, it is our own fault. Why? Because we want to be a consumer. Because when people are talking about clipping fucking cables and whatnot, entertainment purposes only, the comments are going crazy because, you know, oh my God, we can't live without internet. We can't live without, we can't live. you live, it was a whole couple generations before that. People are mad and people are talking about, oh, if they start something over here on American soil, but why y'all be so comfortable sleeping while it's happening on somebody else's soil? Y'all not gonna care about it until it touched down. Then that's when people gonna start thinking. And there's people already walking around here oblivious to the shit. So in my mind, get the party jumping. Because nobody's going to listen and nobody's going to care until, oh, y'all complaining about meteors falling out the sky. Entertainment purposes only, because that's what everybody's been worried about. Oh, woe is me, a meteor fell out the sky. Bitches, bombs dropping out the sky somewhere else. But you're okay with that. Mind you, we be so worried about other people's business that y'all focused on that, and y'all keep saying y'all focused on that. But while we ain't literally done the thing that everybody needs to be talking about and doing, to uproot them niggas from sitting in seats and talking about shit. Then I also just been paying attention to, because I heard this, and mind you, I always scroll because I don't care. I don't care about none of it, because y'all only gonna sit and talk about it, and bitch, you could be outside at any given time. They're saying entertainment purposes only. This nigga bankrupted the country again. Bitch, the nigga bankrupted every fucking business he was in. Like, what the fuck did y'all expect? I told y'all don't listen to me when I'm fucking telling y'all. But a person can only teach you what the fuck they know. If you sit online and you listen to, a person that ain't got shit tell you how to manifest some shit, meanwhile, they live at their mama house. Meanwhile, this is happening. Meanwhile, but y'all like eating it up. So why are y'all surprised that a nigga bankrupted something? Mind you, the other weird part is this. The nigga sat right in front of y'all, and this is why I said I ain't mad at him, because literally he only doing what he told y'all and nobody's saying nothing. The nigga sat right in front of y'all faces and said, I'm scared of them. If them people, mind you, it's on one of my social medias. This nigga said he is afraid of the black people waking up. It's on one of my social medias. He said it out his mouth. Everything that he says right out loud. Oh, I'm going to take this money, because he bankrupted us. But mind you, he the richest he's ever been. Because he told y'all in y'all face that he put the money in a offshore such and such a. Entertainment purposes only. Are y'all not entertained yet? This nigga's telling y'all in y'all face. Mind y'all, the reason why I ain't got nothing to say, and it keeps being a thing, like, we get more truth now than we've ever gotten, than we've ever received. And y'all still ain't done shit. So a lady goes and she says, because I thought this was genius, right? This lady said, they're not worried about, the women and the children and anything else, because, listen, where's that? Let me see. It's on TikTok. Is that you? Let me go over here. Let's see, because I think I sent it to y'all.
They don't care about child sacrifice because the God that they worship killed his own son and then called it love.
Oh, that's nothing. The old man stepped outside to talk to them. No, my brothers, don't do such an evil thing, for this man is a guest in my house, and such a thing would be shameful. Here, take my virgin daughter and this man's concubine. I will bring them out to you, and you can abuse them and do whatever you like. But don't do such a shameful thing to this man. But they wouldn't listen to him, so the Levite took hold of his concubine and pushed her out the door. The men of the town abused her all night, taking turns raping her until morning. Finally, at dawn, they let her go. At daybreak, the woman returned to the house where her husband was staying. She collapsed at the door of the house and lay there until it was light. When her husband opened the door to leave, there lay his concubine with her hands on the threshold. He said, "Get up, let's go." But there was no answer. So he put her body on his donkey and took her home. When he got home, he took a knife and cut his concubine's body into 12 pieces.
12 pieces.
Then he sent one piece to each tribe throughout all the territory of Israel. Yeah, them files ain't nothing. This isn't their book. They don't give a fuck.
Because y'all like to glamorize some shit. Because literally...
Because the God that they worship killed his own son and then called it love.
Oh, that's nothing.
Because y'all like to glamorize some shit. But I also told y'all, if y'all go look at the files that they took out, not the files that they dealing with right now, entertainment purposes only, but go look at what they took out, because it's people that sit under this on a daily basis. And again, I ain't got nothing to say. Right here, got every single one of them. But the documents that they took out, and everybody knows that this happened. They know when it happened, know who inspired it, everything else. And I keep telling y'all, they hate women. They hate women. Y'all don't listen. And so it's not going to be until it's fucking too late, because, you know, y'all like to glamorize things, because do you need to hear it again? It is.
We don't care about child sacrifice because the God that they worship killed his own son and then called it love.
Oh, that's nothing.
Y'all, people have done more for less. People have done more for less. And I get the fact that everybody wants to say, okay, you know, we got to have a plan. When's the right time? Mind you, in the midst of, you know, the black people, I think we feel more comfortable because God is God. And even if there's the truth that's in a lie, because if you go look up, you know, the foundation, the Ethiopian Bible, they have more canons in it, right? And not to say that, you know, there could be more, but they made sure that they protected that Bible, right? And then everybody created whatever they created. So you got the Torah, you got the Kabbalah, you got the Quran, you got whatever you got, right? And so you can listen to whatever you can listen to. But in the midst of, do y'all not know that there's also there's prophecy in there? Because when it's certain things, and I read to y'all what a prophecy means yesterday, go look it up for yourself. So when things start coming to pass, it was already prophecy. So it's like what I said about the star. It was a prophecy that, oh, the star was going to shine and you was going to see. That's when they knew that the baby was going to be born in a manger. And that's when the Messiah, or, you know, whatever they talking about, like they just talking about right now, that they, you know, got their Messiah, right? Oh, and I also want to say this. I told y'all one time when my office was in there and I was sitting there, and for some reason God kept showing me like earthquake after earthquake after earthquake after earthquake, but it was an earthquake that was so strong, like it was making my body shake even in the process of them showing it to me, right? So then a lady, there's something about the way that, entertainment purposes only, the way that something astrologically is going to line up, but then it's something else that's also happening on our planet right now that's actually going to create over 100 earthquakes at the same time. Don't know if that's going to be the moment, but literally as soon as I heard that, it made me want to go back to that moment in time and you know, just think about that. But anyway, being in biblical prophecy, so just so y'all know that you know, like I read Psalms 91 right here, and it says that you will just watch what happens with the wicked, because it also talks about they're going to try to silence us. They already messing with freedom of speech, right? So that's already there. But they were also talking about the people that, you know, they do all of these things too. And not to even try to put yourself in any position, because God knows who God is choosing to be, you know, who, where, what, you know, why. The thing that I notice is when certain things line up and match. So even if it's in this book and this thing is, you know, it's there, or if it's in this book and it's there, or if it exists in the world and it's there. I keep going back to the black people that are here in the U.S. Why? Because collectively, we have been the most hated amongst everybody in the world. Everybody. They will convince people that look like me on a daily basis, that look in the mirror and they're my skin color, they will convince them that they're white because they come from this country or this nation. No. You're a melanated individual. There's no way that they should have ever convinced you that you were black, but technically what you were doing was you was selling your blackness or your ticket, or us selling us out, so you wouldn't have to be, you know, a part of us. So let me see, because the guy made it right. He said that, I think it's
I seen a video earlier, and it was like, broke people take forever to do something. Rich people do everything.
No, that's not it. It was another guy, and what he was saying was that y'all made bad negotiation deals. Like, y'all want to kind of put yourselves in a black people, and, you know, that are over here. Y'all want to try to put yourselves in the category of they lied, like the treaties with the Indians and this, that, and the third, when they brought them people over here and they sent them to Indian schools. Like they got stuff that even shows, even when they try to scratch off the Indians, the indigenous people that were already here. So I ain't gonna say Indian, indigenous people that were already here in America before they got over here and started that stuff. And then you notice that there was a wave of people coming over. Mind you, there's a wave of people getting ready to come over again, y'all. They fleeing their countries because they have to go other places. And so when they started fleeing entertainment purposes only, before they were wiping away the family names here and giving them to them, so trading out papers, a destiny swap, right? And so we have to be mindful of everything. They're trying to do it again because all of a sudden I'm listening to the timeline and saying, oh well, we have to go back and we have to now, you know, recognize that. What you recognizing? Why are you trying to set us back? If we are supposed to be advancement and evolution, why does it seem like they're trying to rewind time? They're trying to do that thing again. And so going back to the other lady, because everything is connected. And whether or not you see it or not, everything is connected. This is the reason why I keep trying to tell y'all, keep your eye on God, because God was the only consistent. Before anybody did anything, before anybody said anything, before anybody was able to manipulate or anything else, God was the one consistent. When everybody spoke the same language, God was the one thing that was consistent. So no matter what they're doing, whether or not they're trying to figure out a timeline that's, you know, further and all of a sudden shit is starting to come in, whether or not they're trying to figure out how they can kind of reset, manipulate entertainment purposes only, readjust, what little tweak they need to make in order for, tweak it back to before y'all talked about Christopher Columbus came over here. Do that. Because I find it funny how they won't go back to the beginning. And I said that this morning. It keeps being a specific moment in time. So that must be the moment in time where they know everything changed. And instead of them doing the right thing, because if it's true and they can manipulate time, for some reason they don't want to go back further than entertainment purposes only, the Christopher Columbus thing. When technically that might be where God is trying to get your ass to rewind, and don't bring your bitch ass over here. Leave it with the way that it was. Stay where you were. Everybody adjust from that moment in time, because why is it that it seems like nobody, even in the midst of when people are having conversations, because there was a girl that was having a conversation, everybody takes it back to Christopher. That's the problem. Why can nobody's mind go back further than that? Why can nobody's mind go back further than when you came over here and you shouldn't have been over here and you started building on sacred land, sacred property that was not yours? That seems to be an issue. And so for anybody that's trying to tweak, and one of the things that they was talking about even in the looking glass theory, entertainment purposes only, was they couldn't see past a certain time. It looked like it shut down for them. Yeah, because your time is up. You done enough fuckery, and you had every opportunity to become a good person, and you never took it. We have to remember, everybody's on their own journey. Collectively, we are here together, but everybody's on their own journey. So we can make the decision to be bad people because they're being bad people, or we can make the decision to be good people because, again, Psalms 91, you will see the destruction of the wicked. It will not come near you. It says, surely he will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and report, because it's telling you that this is your journey. It's telling you that this is your journey. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side. You will be in the midst of the storm, and you will watch 1,000 people die, and nothing will happen to you. 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. Every dog has their day. Even when they're in the midst of thinking that they're, sitting in the best seat ever, manipulating and lying, Hey, Mark, welcome. Thank you for being here. Manipulating and lying, they still have a choice. Everybody has a choice. Entertainment purposes only. So when it's your turn, so like everybody that's setting up there, like I said, it's not no good side on the blue because everybody's saying, we have to make it to this point time, this, that, and the third. Make sure you vote blue. Yeah, because y'all like to continue to be slaves. Because guess what? The blue was sitting there also when everything happened. When all them files and everything else was going on and people were, making reports and this, that, and the third. You know what else? This is how racist this system is. Entertainment purposes only. So yesterday, article or something came about Bill Cosby. Apparently somebody got awarded $66 million because of whatever. And the numbers may be wrong. Y'all go look it up for your fucking self. All I made note was, it's funny how Bill Cosby, being a black man, is being crucified, but it's tons of white people that's sitting right in seats right now that ain't gotta charge the first. But somehow y'all keep finding ways to punish a nigger. ER for y'all. Not the white people though. So they just get to get away with, raping and stealing and pillaging for entertainment purposes only. Are y'all not entertained? Why is it that every time a black man, Diddy sitting in jail, but a nigga still running the country? I'm confused. But y'all not confused. And are y'all entertained yet? Because this is how racist this system is. Like, it's embedded. And the only way it's going to get unembedded is if for them to get their ass uprooted up out of the building, out of the system. And so this is the thing. And I know a lot of y'all going to be so mad because you're going to try to blame the black people, right? Because this is what y'all want to do. But I'm also watching a movement about to happen. And it looks like, because we know when we voted, right? Everybody voted. Everybody said, we was going to take, this bitch. But meanwhile, thank God she didn't get put there, because guess what she would have been doing? Sweeping shit under the rug. Guess what else? The bitch ain't came out to say nothing. This is why I'm telling y'all, certain ones of these people ain't right to the beginning. Because as of now, with everything that didn't happen, where's she at? Where the fuck was she at when she was there? But where's she at right now in the midst of everything that's happening? Because I feel like there should be a couple class action lawsuits if we talking about black people in this, that, and the third. It should be fucking crimes against humanity going down, all types of other shit. Where they at though? They was proud about their, record and criminal justice and this, that, and the third. Where are they at? Because I'm sure it should be an easy fucking win, but guess what else? Even when it was an easy win and the tribes won when they said about the treaties and things of that nature, they didn't honor them. The courts never made them honor them. Mind you, y'all do realize a lot of the shit that's taking place right now, they're letting happen. Ain't nobody made a move the first. But let a nigga had a got in that seat and done anything, all of a sudden, everybody would have been arrested. The mama, the kids, everybody. It would have been people climbing walls again. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all would have surely found out a way to get into the building. But it don't matter because why? And again, I'm not saying nothing against nobody. All I'm doing is pointing out that this is what exists. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at the messenger. Be mad at the people who are doing it. But it is different laws, different standards. It's niggas in jail right now doing hard time for trafficking and things of that nature. Entertainment purposes only. Ain't got no boat, ain't got no plane, ain't got no nothing. Y'all found out that the government, entertainment purposes only, at one point in time had their foot and arms and legs, whole entire bodies, so deep in the midst of the game. Why ain't none of them get arrested? It was only jail for niggers. Niggas. Or for y'all people. the American man, which is also the indigenous to here. Y'all, I keep trying to tell y'all, like, they are so far ahead of doing all the things, even right now, with the cursive writing, with the this, that, and the third. Like, they knew how the people that would protect or do anything are locked up. The niggas that, is gonna fall in line is walking around every day. That's why they ain't done nothing. That's why ain't nobody mad. That's why ain't nobody said, organize this, that, and the third. Because what they gonna do? They just get online on their podcast and welcome to the program. I'm a protector of women and children. No, you're a bitch. Because all you do is get on here and you want to talk about women. Women are so angry and aggressive today because, they're not out here doing their jobs. We should have them barefoot and pregnant. Meanwhile, we're not going to do shit for them other than go fuck the next bitch after we get her pregnant. We're going to leave the kids. Like, y'all, this all y'all going to do. Yeah, fucking Kamala bitch ass. Like, that was the thing. We're going to run based off of black, this, that, and the third. Where her black ass at right now? What's she doing right now? Get ready to blow smoke up y'all asses again. But what I was getting ready to tell y'all going to be so mad at the black people. But when the black people showed up in droves, well, was it 92, 94% or whatever that was, lives restricted for some audiences. Here we are. I said entertainment purposes only. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason, harassment and bullying. I'm the harasser and bullier, though. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing. They find it in their heart to find me harassing and bullying. But meanwhile, I ain't done nothing but tell y'all about the harassment and bullying that they're doing. But they want to blame me. This is the algorithm that is being set up. Even the algorithm is doing what they're doing. Make it make sense. I'm the problem. Let's see. This is why I told y'all. This is the algorithm, y'all. They try following viewers to build loyalty. Bitch, get out of my face. View details. Anyway, yeah, her. But apparently I must be bullying her, I guess. But I don't understand how. This is the system that's being set up. But first and foremost, the point of it is they ran based off of being black. But meanwhile, it's a lot of black shit that's coming out, entertainment purposes only, that ain't nobody saying nothing about. That's the issue. So do with that information what you will. Anyway, wakes people up, validates what they've been feeling but ignoring, gives them permission to choose themselves. So it's this, like I said, entertainment purposes only. This is the example of a white woman crying. And so, not to mention that this is happening, that everything that I said was, real. But when they start crying, they're saying da 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 da. Instantly, it is shut the conversation down because it's too hard. Mind you, why are we having to deal with it if it's too hard? If a bitch get to cry about it and it gets shut down, why are y'all not shutting down it being done? Because that's a real thing. Mind you, I just watched it this morning. That was one of the things that the lady said. We're going to have to ask you to leave because, and then the woman pointed out, see what happens when a white woman cries? So that's the equivalent of it. Anyway, it just is what it is. I don't have the ingredients to soften it up if it's happening. That's the thing. So you don't need to become a new person to change your life. You need to stop betraying the one that you are already. Stop being a go along to get along ass bitch. A lot of people are stuck because they're lost. Not because they're lost. A lot of people aren't stuck because they're lost. They're stuck because they keep overriding their own inner no to make other people comfortable. The hesitation that you feel. The pause before you're agreeing to something that you don't want. Remember yesterday when I said, stop forcing your kids to fucking eat shit that they don't want? The lady got on here and several people wanting to play. It was one for the rodeo. It was one for that fucking burger that showed up. And each one of them was trying to force their kids to eat some shit. And the kids are saying, I don't want that. This the same shit that they doing every day, trying to force feed you something that you don't want. But you're going to say because you're the adult and they should want to eat that. But mind you, every day an adult gets on this platform and tells y'all that that shit is poison. Entertainment purposes only. Every day you can agree that you shouldn't be eating at certain restaurants, certain places, certain this, certain that. But then you're going to try to feed it to your kid and then be mad at your kid for not wanting to eat it. Oh, it's for likes. It's for entertainment. Why put your kid through that? Why does your kid have to be a part of that? But here we are. A lot of people aren't stuck because they're lost. They're stuck because they keep overriding their own inner no to make other people comfortable. That hesitation you feel, that pause before you agreeing to something that you don't want. That quiet voice that says, this isn't right for me. That's not fear. That's alignment trying to speak. So before, the white woman cried, and the people were upset that I said what they did, I was trying to tell y'all that in the percentage that voted for her, because we knew that this was going to be a shit show. But even before that, after that, when he said he didn't win, because I done heard this nigga say this multiple times, my friend over here, Alonia, stole the votes and this, that, and the third. That's what the nigga said. My friend manipulated the numbers. He said that. So even when people say, if you didn't vote for him, so we're not going to blame the white, the black, then nobody. If y'all didn't vote for him, they didn't vote for him. He said it himself. They tampered with the system. All right. So I would have to be inclined to believe the nigga, mind you, repeating it so many times that, he's happy about it. Right. And again, don't care why, because you're getting more truth than, you ever been getting. So with that being said, everybody's saying, since we know that the numbers can be tampered with, and then other people are saying, oh, go vote blue, go vote blue. Ain't no votes, bitch. Ain't no votes happening. And people are saying, I'm not doing nothing. And then the other people are saying, oh, so you're just going to let them have it. No, y'all just going to let them have it. Why? Because technically something else needs to be done other than you basically saying that. You like people telling you what to do. And so the people who are telling you what to do are not doing anything. So let me tell you, they already let this nigga set the stage for everything, right? And this is like the equivalent of a bad relationship. So just so y'all know, entertainment purposes only. You shouldn't go out of one bad relationship telling this nigga that this nigga beat on you every day, right? Whooped your ass. Or this woman did this, that, and the third to you. Why? Because this person that you go into, whether or not it's a good person or bad person, they listen. And then they start to know, oh, so if I whip this bitch ass too, they not going to go tell on me. They not going, they're just going to stay in a relationship. Entertainment purposes only. We're talking about people and their behaviors, okay? And I ain't nobody's doctor, but this would happen. So now the person treats you nice, but the first time they flip the fuck out and then they're not emotionally, stable. They treated you all nice because this is what pimps do. All of a sudden, now this person who treated you so nice and they listen to you talk about a person, that did all of these extra bad things to you. And now, you done let them in and you feel comfortable, and then they whip your ass worse than the person that did it last time. You already setting a standard. You already setting the play. It's like I told y'all yesterday about the frog. The frogs, and it wasn't about the frog. It wasn't a story about the frog. It was a story about the people. But, we use the frog that every time they turn the temperature up, oh, they're not going to do nothing about that. They're going to just talk about it. Oh, they're not going to do nothing about that. Oh, they're not upset about the children. They're not upset about the women. They're not upset. They're not upset. They're not upset. Everybody got more upset about a festival that happened in Africa than the shit that happened over here. But why are y'all so worried about something that happened in somebody else's country, but y'all ain't saying nothing about them kids and the women that happened to on a daily basis on this soil? So it keeps being a thing where I'm confused as to how you get on God's good internet and y'all always want to debate and argue about something that is happening outside of here, but ain't nobody figured out a way to deal with what we got to deal with right here. everybody keeps wanting to have a basic conversation of, oh well, don't do this, don't do that, you're still going to work, they're still making everything high. Niggas bankrupted the country and ate $93 million worth of billion, I think that's what the word number was, 93 billion, entertainment purposes only, of wasteful advertisement. And mind you, it was more than that because he did one and the bitch did another one. So $1 billion went out the door, but meanwhile, now the country's bankrupt is what they saying. And ain't nobody, again, created no type of lawsuit, no type of, none of them people sitting up there that got, all types of knowledge when it comes to, the system, the country, this and the third. Ain't nobody said nothing. And all I can say to you is, what did y'all expect? If you look at the history of the person, this is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to teach you. This is why I can't listen. This is why I have to keep knowing that God is God before that, and I can't hear nothing that nobody's saying based off the fact that y'all going to keep listening to the wrong people. And y'all going to keep wanting to, be complacent or compliant in situations. You don't want to have to do the hard thing, or you just going to roll over and let them, take you to the slaughter. Entertainment purposes only. Because once it's done and the system is done, they keep showing you about this book every time you turn around. Project, the one that they told y'all about that we was going to do, they was going to do, or that didn't exist. But mind you, the play is still going, even when it comes to the TSA and everything else, entertainment purposes only. Because literally, as the people are sitting online and talking, they're telling you, well, this was also in that project that they said that didn't exist. They're going to get rid of the TSA workers. Entertainment purposes only. They're going to privatize it, and then they're going to bring in da-da-da-da-da. And everybody's still acting like, it's invisible. God is still God. And God is going to let whatever play out the way it needs to be played out. And I guess we just going to be sitting ducks until it's time. Because they want to bring the end of the world to the end of the world, because they're nasty, wicked ass people. And the world is beautiful. It's a beautiful place. There's so much stuff that you could want to see. So much stuff that you should want to enjoy. Love. Y'all make love hard. Y'all make living hard. Y'all make being good people hard. And you don't have to do that. Sometimes it's acting right when you see it. Sometimes it is a thing where when something happens, this is the moment that you've been here for, you've been training for your whole entire life. We can't turn a blind eye to certain situations. We can't turn a blind eye to, actively this, that, and the third. Because again, your journey, you're going to cross some things, and you could be a good person or a bad person or whatever. So even when they was talking about up there, out of all the people that were a part of, whatever was happening that was a part of the files, they kept saying like, oh, it wasn't black people, this, and a third that was in that building, right? The one that's up there. But then come to find out they had one. And why would that one even exist? Because in order for us to continue to keep getting away with something, we got to add you to the list of things to do, and you have a choice. So you can either do it or not. And most people would say, well, if I didn't do it, I would be risking my life, self-preservation. Okay, so, but then you put that stain on your resume, on your record with God. Because even in the midst, God was watching, God was paying attention. And just like I was having a conversation with somebody, and they said that this is normally what happens. They will come and pay a person to shut your ass up. And now you're not telling the truth anymore. Now you're just, riding the wave. It's like, you see certain celebrities, one that we can kind of probably all name. They was being a go along to get along ass bitch until they figured out that they wasn't going to get what they wanted and needed. But they was willing to sell out the whole Caribbean, because they Caribbean, they wasn't black apparently. They was willing to sell out the whole Caribbean or try to act like they was black. So however they do it, they'll put a person that's not, actual stationary black. They'll try to put a Caribbean or a Jamaican or, somebody else that's a different ethnicity that shows black skin, but not really a black representative. They will try to take one of them and try to use them as, whoever. Anyway, the bitch learned real quick that you not a part of the group either, ho. And you still gonna have to go through all the same documentation, but she was talking shit. Mind you, I like the person. Ain't, got nothing against the person other than the fact that don't be that type of individual. You trying to be a go along to get along ass bitch to get what you want. You were willing to sell out all the black people that admired you, that loved you, that went to your concerts, that looked up to you, just to stand next to why you say that? The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man said, "Are you an Aquarius?" I'm a cuss baby. February the 19th, Pisces, Aquarius, cuss baby. I'm a Pisces, but I'm on the cusp. That is funny because a lot of people be saying like, "Oh, you acting in your Aquarius nature right now," but really, it is just the truth. Like, I'm not trying to convince nobody of nothing. Only showing y'all that this is the truth. This is how it gets done. They will be mad at me for telling y'all. Hey, Cornelius, they will be mad at me for telling y'all what they did, but not mad at themselves for doing the thing that they did. That's strange to me. Because if you're doing something, you should be proud of what you're doing. If you're doing something and you're not proud of what you're doing, that means that you shouldn't be doing it. If you got to get mad at other people because somebody says, thank you, Cornelius, thank you. If you got to get mad at somebody for exposing your behavior, you are the problem. It's not the person that's telling the thing, because it wouldn't be nothing to talk about if you didn't do it. So that's the part that I'm confused by. Thank you, Cornelius. Like, every time I get on this platform, they try to shut me down for not for something I did, just for stating the facts that I sat down here in a good ass mood. It feels good around here. The air is changing. Something is happening. I'm just basically saying, God, I'm looking at God, not looking at nobody's religion, not looking at nothing. And I literally sat down here and said, once I'm done cleaning, I'm thinking, I'm going back to whatever it is, but I might try the full covering. Not because of nobody's religion, just because of me, my protection, just me. Right? All the good stuff that I feel right now in the system. But mind you, even in all the good stuff, every time you choose yourself, your life gets clearer. Every time you ignore yourself, your life gets heavier. Like, why do you want me to not pay attention to the things that are happening and going on around here in life, but yet you want to keep doing it? It's weird. Why do you want people to not pay attention to the fact that some people are having a hard time sleeping because of everything that's going on? Every time I wake up and get online, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I'm cleaning up because I take a nap, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to get up and I'm going to, go do the cleaning. I get online, it's 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Why is everybody and their mama awake? Like, people are feeling whatever the energy is, people are feeling it. Why people so tired in the midst of going to bed? Why people having to work 90,000 hours? You're very informational. Would be better to incorporate the audience. Respond along with your personal long-winded views. Ain't nobody saying nothing. What you got to say? You ain't added nothing. Stacy, you can't. Tracy, sorry. Tracy, you came in and you added nothing. So if you had something to say, I would have been saying it. Everybody that's there, I done already said what they said. So what you got to say that you want to add to my long-winded views, okay? Anyway, I am cracking up. People always try to come in here and tell me something, but they ain't offered nothing. What you got? Nothing, exactly. Happy hump day, Cornelius. I am cracking up. You're not behind, you're not confused, you're just overdue. And then shit, some people be coming here saying a whole bunch of fucking nothing. Archangel, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. Anyway, let me give y'all this, because I'm cracking up. I like that, though. It was funny. I told y'all I'm having a good day. Like in the midst of everything, my phone rung. I gotta run this whole live back. Hey Chico, welcome. Thank you for being here. So God help me to stop running from the truth. You already placed inside of me. Quiet the noise around me so I can hear what you've been saying all along. Give me the courage to honor what I feel, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it means that I have to change, because change is good. Forgive me for the times I chose approval over alignment. For the moment, I said yes when my spirit was wanting to say no. Teach me that obedience to you sometimes looks like honesty to myself. Strengthen my spirit so I don't abandon myself just to be accepted. Remind me that you have what you have for me will never require me to shrink, silence, or betray who I am. Let clarity replace confusion. Let peace replace pressure. Let truth rise above fear. And today, God, help me trust the first whisper. Thank you. Today, God, let me trust the first whisper you placed in my spirit, because that's where you are. That's where you're speaking. Amen. Hey, I'm on your chat. Hi. Hey, Rose Neal. Welcome. I'm the same way. I ain't listening to BS or taking orders from people who abuse their position. I listen to myself and what I feel. Amen. That's the way you're supposed to be. Because like I said, God existed before. Thank you, Chico. God existed before any religion came about, any person came, talking, any person wanted to put themselves in front of God. Because that's literally what a lot of people have done. Then furthermore, we got to listen to the source. Because, who actually was writing or narrating that? Was that like a biblical entry, or was that a diary entry? Because again, I'm looking at some of the things that are happening and it's not adding up to me, and you have to make things make sense, because I love God. The people that are writing things, or the people who are inserting themselves, why are they sticking their opinions in there? Why is it that they're so angry at women? That's one of the things that I noticed. Even the fact that they took out, they add certain women, but it comes to like, Boaz and Ruth or something, entertainment purposes only. Like you have to be finding a husband, this, that, and third. But why did they take out, Mary? Why is it that women are to be silenced in ways like in anything you have to have a masculine and a feminine, a positive and a negative. It's good and it's bad. But why is it that they make the woman the bad? That's strange. Like something ain't adding up in all of these things, because if God made me, God didn't make me a horrible person. Mind you, it's not the women who are doing the things, the horrible shit. It's the majority of the men that are doing the stuff that is horrible. And so, like when they say about the people, being programming, entertainment purposes only. Why do you have to try to tell me what to do as if you don't think that I know how to act? But it's because of what they want to do to get over on the system. Mind you, everything that's happening even right now, look who is being done by. They allowed foreigners to come into this country and then to kick out other foreigners. Because that's the thing. The nigga that's there don't even belong there. Y'all, listen to this. See, their Fifth Element came on last night. Haven't saw it in years, but it hit different now. I try to tell you. You go back and watch those things that, you have never seen before. Okay, watch this. Now, so this is entertainment purposes only, y'all, okay? Entertainment purposes only. Retry. Y'all, why they... I was going to say, why they shut down my collections? That's crazy. All right, let's see. Entertainment purposes only.
Donald Trump has spent years telling us who belongs in this country and who doesn't. So let's talk about his family, shall we? Trump's
Shall we? Yes, we shall.
grandfather was born Friedrich Trump in 1869 in Bavaria. Donald Trump has spent years telling us who belongs in this country and who doesn't. So let's talk about his family, shall we? Trump's grandfather was born Friedrich Trump in 1869 in Bavaria. Germany had mandatory military service. Friedrich was required to serve. Instead, he chose to escape the country altogether.
He ran away. So he was supposed to go and do
spent years telling us who
military, but instead he ran away.
Who doesn't? So let's talk about his family, shall we? Trump's grandfather was born Friedrich Trump in 1869 in Bavaria. Germany had mandatory military service. Friedrich was required to serve. Instead, he chose to escape the country altogether. He was 16. He bought a one-way ticket, boarded a ship, and sailed to America. Without completing his military service, without officially registering his departure, without doing a single thing he was legally required to do before leaving.
And let me run that back for you. Hold on, because, you know,
his ship and sailed to America. Without completing his military service, Trump in 1869 in Bavaria. Germany had mandatory military service. Friedrich was required to serve. Instead, he chose to escape the country altogether. He was 16. He bought a one-way ticket, boarded a ship, and sailed to America. Without completing his military service, without officially registering his departure, without doing a single thing he was legally required to do
before leaving. She said, oh, so he got his ways from his granddaddy. Oh, okay, period.
Leaving. He just left, and his country welcomed him anyway. Eventually, he made his way to the Pacific Northwest. Then he followed the gold rush into Canada. During the Klondike Gold Rush, he moved to Yukon and made his fortune operating a restaurant and brothel for miners in Whitehorse. This is not an interpretation.
A restaurant and brothel using women to make money.
A Yukon newspaper reported on it directly. The rooms had weighing scales in them, so miners could pay in gold dust for rendered services. The bulk of the cash flow came from the sale of liquor and sex, and that money got passed down. That is the foundation. That is his foundation. So when Friedrich had enough, he packed up his stuff and went back to Germany, got married, and tried to reclaim German citizenship and settle back home. Germany, however, said no. A local council letter from 1905 informed Friedrich that his citizenship would not be reinstated, and that he had 8 weeks to leave the country or be deported. The official reason? He had illegally left Germany to avoid military service 20 years earlier, and never bothered to officially unregister from his hometown. Germany deported him for being a draft dodger. Now, here's where history hands us something extraordinary. Friedrich Trump did not go quietly. This man wrote a letter to the Prince Regent of Bavaria, begging, and I mean begging, not to be sent away. He wrote, "We were confronted all at once, as if by lightning strike from fair skies, with news that the High State Royal Ministry has decided that we must leave our residence in the Kingdom of Bavaria. We were paralyzed with fright. Our happy family life was tarnished. My wife has been overcome by anxiety."
She said, whoa, full circle. They didn't want his granddaddy either. No, ma'am.
"And my lovely child has become sick. Why should we be deported? This is very, very hard for a family." And the prince rejected him. Friedrich left Germany on July 1st, 1905. His wife, 3 months pregnant with Donald Trump's father, Fred. That letter sat in the German archive for over 100 years. A historian found it in 2016. The Associated Press confirmed it. Harper's Magazine published the full translation. It's real, it exists. You can read it.
You can read it.
Illegal immigrant, draft dodger, brothel operator, deportee, wrote a letter that said the deportation was cruel and unjust, and very, very hard for a family. His grandson has deported parents in front of their children, has signed orders removing people who had lived here for decades. He's called immigrants criminals. He's called them an infestation. The German historian who found the deportation document.
He calling them criminals, and y'all heard what it said his granddaddy did. Sold pussy. Entertainment purposes only. Ain't that illegal?
Put it simply, Trump talks against illegal immigration, so I think he should remember his own family story from time to time. And here's the final thing that I need you to sit with. If the Prince of Bavaria had said yes, if they had let Friedrich stay, Donald Trump would not exist. Not here, anyway. He's here because a deportee begged for mercy and got on a ship. He's here because this country let in an illegal immigrant who had broken the law, dodged a draft, and made his money however he could. He's here because of exactly the kind of person that he's trying to erase. Donald Trump has spent years...
Now, how about that? Now, how y'all feel about that? Now, I thought this was funny because somebody should really actually do this. So in the comments says, first thing somebody said, I'm going to tell everybody. Me too. I'm telling everybody too. Then it said, I would like a reporter to read that letter to Trump as an anonymous letter to see what he says about it before letting him know that it was his grandfather that wrote it. God, I pray that somebody does it. Please and thank you. Please, one of the reporters, please, one of the reporters, read this letter to this nigga and see what he says. Because I can guarantee you this shit is going to be epic. And then tell him that his granddaddy wrote it. Selling puss has been big business for a very long time. It's the oldest profession under the sun. So guess what? If they could figure out how to monetize it, then they would. You see what happened, right? The only thing that they always get mad at is when they can't figure out a way to put a dollar amount on it for them, is when they got a problem with something. But right now they telling bitches what they can do with their own body. So there's that. Let me see what else I got. Cause y'all, it has been a very this is another thing right here.
Y'all don't find it strange that while all eyes are on Iran.
She got music. We can't play her. Anyway, but she's basically telling you that the American government is broke. Okay?
So, just on record now, you believe you are, because our religion doesn't have anything like this. Absolutely anything like this. No matter how much people pay billions and billions by the media to make Muslims look bad, we have nothing like this. Killing babies. Hang on. Allow my point. Just say it on camera now that your religion allowed or allows for genocide and ethnic cleansing, and you're the only religion that I'm aware of that has that as a tenet of faith from your 613 laws. It's one of your 613 laws. Yes. So genocide and ethnic cleansing, why? Because it was ordained by God. Yes. Okay, and and how can you demonstrate this? Yeah, and how can you demonstrate that the Torah that you have, what you claim to be the Torah, how do you demonstrate that it goes back to Moses? I don't need to. You don't need to. Your rabbis say that, and that's it.
Hold on. But 613 laws, they are 613 instructions from God covering how live spiritually, how to treat others, worship relationships with God, daily life, health, justice, and community. They are traditionally divided into 248 positive commandments, 365 negative commandments. So main category simplifies. Okay, so this is what the thing. It says 613 laws called mitzvot are the traditional commandments found in the first 5 books of the Bible known as the Torah: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. They were later organized and counted by the Jewish scholar Maimonides, also Rambam. All right, so it says the first one: relationship with God, believe in God, do not worship idols, love and honor God, pray and follow his ways. 2, how to treat people, love your neighbor, do not steal, lie, or gossip, help the poor and vulnerable, be fair in judgment. 3, moral and personal behaviors, honor your parents, avoid harmful and immoral acts, be honest in business. Yo, I feel like y'all done broke every single one of the laws. Daily living laws, dietary laws, what is clean, unclean to eat, cleanliness and health practices, rules about clothing and agriculture, worship and rituals, Sabbath, rest day, festivals and holidays, temple practices, sacrifice, offerings, historical context. Not all 613 are practiced daily. Many are tied to the ancient temple in Jerusalem. Some apply only to specific groups. Different faiths view them differently. In Judaism, they are essential in religious life. In Christianity, many believe that Jesus fulfilled the law, so emphasis, rules for us, but not for them. You ain't never lied. Yep, the 10 Commandments just categorize them into 610. Christianity may believe Jesus fulfilled the law, so emphasis is placed more on faith and core moral principles like love, grace, and righteousness. In simple terms, the 613 laws aren't just rules. They were meant to create structure, discipline, and alignment with God and community. Now let me ask it this. Now, let's see. Creator collab. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Beast creators collab has ended. No, in the Torah or tradition, commandments do not permeate. 613 laws do not contain. Unfortunately, these passages are often taken out of context online and spread misinformation or attack the religion. There is no legitimate teaching. So let me see, because they'll be over here lying. Let me see. Let me go over here. Because the man said yes. Comparing Donald Trump to his grandfather and his family's immigration history. Y'all, that's what it said on the thing. All right, let me go over here. I'm going to Google. So Google, because I seen something yesterday, and like I said, I told y'all about the sacrifice. We already figured out what that ritual was, but I don't know how many more they got because, you know, there's that. But I seen something that was talking about children, and I definitely didn't like it. But mind you, we got a tour right here, so I wonder, where is it at? I don't know if this has got a full account of it. Debunking viral claim. Where is it at? Alright, they must not want me to find it right now, because, where is it at? The Kabbalion right there. Where's my tour at? Anyway, so let's see. Debunking claim. Alright, so in episode Robbie Rao reacts. Alright, so something is about to pop up. Let me see if I can find this because I found this. You missed something. Okay. I can't play that because that's YouTube. Let's see what we got here.
Hey, black people are supposed to be slaves. Black people are supposed to be inferior, and they pointed out to the curse of Ham. Now, it happens to be that Jewish law permits the enslavement of any non-Jew, white or black. That's another question which got raised, but that has nothing to do with racism. That's just a heter that we are allowed to enslave non-Jewish populations, perhaps to bring them to mitzvahs, bring them to Torah and the like, but it's not a black thing. Hey, black people are supposed to be slaves. Black people are supposed to be inferior, and they pointed out to the curse of Ham. Now, it happens to be.
All right, so what it says is, because I found this one. This one came up. It says, what it actually says, Hebrew servitude, more like debt service. A fellow Israelite can become a servant due to debt or poverty. But you heard what he said. So, again, figure it out for yourself, because this thing been lying and it keeps wanting to be like, you know, or he lying. So somebody lying, but figure it out for yourself. They had to be released after 6 years. They could not be treated harshly. Okay, and also I found something. I was looking up something the other day, and apparently, do y'all know y'all not supposed to work after 7 years? Like, the 7th year, y'all are supposed to rest. Like, y'all supposed to take a whole entire year off. Entertainment purposes only. So look it up for yourselves. But literally, because, you know, you get new cells or something, or something about the way your DNA is, or I don't know. Look it up. But this would make sense that they're saying that because they had to be released after the 6th year, because on the 7th year you're not supposed to be working. But mind you, they force you to work your whole entire existence around this bitch. They could not be treated harshly. They were to be treated more like a hired worker than property. But mind you, this is saying it's supposed to be servitude or debt, but he's saying that they could just be slaves. So I don't know. You know, people do what they want. Non-Hebrew servants, foreign servants could be held long. Oh, well, here it is. Non-Hebrew servants, because he did say that you can't enslave Jews. But mind you, these are also the same people that won't take a DNA test, because apparently they don't want to be debunked as being Jews, because technically, even from their land, It's a whole thing. But they won't take a DNA test, so y'all can look that up too. Again, entertainment purposes only. So, foreign servants could be held longer. However, there were still rules. No extreme cruelty allowed. If a master seriously injured a servant, the servant had to be freed. They were still seen as human beings with some protections. She said never knew because they not, and period. Kidnapping is forbidden. So kidnapping someone to enslave them was a capital offense, punishable by death. So you're not allowed to do that. This directly opposes the transatlantic slave trade model. So apparently they not supposed to do that, but something's happening with that because literally everybody talking about that now. Told you even the UN nigga was up talking about it last night. These laws were written, entertainment purposes only, these laws were written in time when slavery was common everywhere. Instead of endorsing abuse, they restricted power and aided humanity. Over time, Jewish teachings continued to move away from slavery entirely. The system described it closer to indentured servitude, economic survival structure, highly regulated labor relationship, not the burial, lifelong dehumanizing slavery most people think of today. So, deeper takeaway, even within the ancient laws, there's a pattern. Limit harm, protect dignity, move people towards freedom. All right, let me see. Let me see if it'll give me the the actual laws. I went to Google. If it'll give me the actual laws without trying to cover them up, because I want to see what they said. What are the 613 rules? Let's see if it'll do it. It says disclose statement when questioning a witness. No, I want to know the laws. I said rules, laws. You gotta ask the right question, y'all, or else you get nothing. The 613 laws of the Torah. Let's see. Structure. Alright, it said the Shabbat.org. So let's go over there and see what it says. Over here. But it's still breaking it down into the amount. 248 positive commandments and 365 negative commandments, do's and don'ts. One, know there is a God. 2, do not entertain thoughts of other gods besides him. 3, to know that he is one, Deuteronomy 6 and 4. To love him, Deuteronomy 6 and 5. To fear him, Deuteronomy 10 and 20. To sanctify his name, Leviticus 22:32. Not to profane his name, Leviticus 22 and 32. Not to destroy objects associated with his name, Deuteronomy 12 and 4. To listen to the prophet speaking his name, Deuteronomy 8 and 15. Not to test the prophet unduly, Deuteronomy 6:16. To emulate his ways. This is what I don't get. She said, well, never knew because they not. I don't understand how it could be right in your face to say to emulate his ways, but then you do all the wrong stuff. Do you think God is out here trying to take away people's free will and enslaving people? But then, it's the hypocrisy of the things that they say and do. To love other Jews, but that's it. You don't have to love other people that are around here, just the Jewish people. Again, God was God before these people started creating it. So this is one of the reasons why I keep saying this, because whoever was doing this is basically making it seem like this is supposed to take precedence over y'all looking at God from the beginning. To love other Jews, 13, Leviticus 19:18, 14, to love converts. So you can convert to Jewish, and are they going to treat you the same way, or you can be the ones that they enslave? You can't be a original Jew, but a convert you can get treated into slavery. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking. 15, not to hate fellow Jews, but mind you, they hate fellow Jews because even the black ones, they don't like them because they said black people are. That's what he said, right? I'm asking. 16, to reprove wrongdoers. 17, not to embarrass others. Mind you, slavery is embarrassing, don't y'all think? But I guess not. I would think that it would be. Not to oppress the weak. I'm confused. Not to oppress the weak, but you creating slaves. Not to gossip about others. I mean, am I wrong, y'all? Because literally, is that not making no sense to y'all? Not to take revenge, not to bear a grudge, to learn the Torah and teach it is 22. 23, to honor those who teach and know the Torah. 24, not to inquire into idolatry, but even 23, to honor and teach those who teach and know the Torah. To honor those who teach and know the Torah. I'm teaching y'all the Torah right now. I ain't Jewish, but I'm telling y'all the Torah, but I'm black. So, again, I guess it's, you know, pick and choose what you want. You're not wrong, but a lot of this comes from the imposter God, period. Whatever they done. Not to inquire into the idolatry. Leviticus 19:4, 25. Not to follow the whims of your heart or what your eyes see. Numbers 15:39. 26, not to blaspheme. 27, not to worship idols in a manner they were worshipped. 28, not to bow down to idols. I got a question. Because in my mind, let's see what an idol means. Because again, if you worshiping is the idol just a statue or something? What is an idol? You know, American Idol. Debunking viral claims about slavery and the Torah. Share your thoughts. An idol is anything that takes the place of God in your heart. Ain't that the books too? Because if you, y'all, this is what I be saying. Like, when it creates confusion, God was already here before God. But you're saying one thing and then you're doing another, because to me, you just created an idol. In the Torah, idol originally means a physical object. It's the book. Ain't that a physical object? If I give you this, it's a physical object. You saying this while also doing this actively. An idol is anything that takes the place of God in your heart, your focus, or your devotion. I watched a man get upset about somebody messing up a book, but mind you, God is God already. God is in you. God, you carry God with you everywhere you go. Even if you don't have the book, you carrying God with you everywhere you go, if you believe in God. But somehow these books have taken precedence over God. And I don't get it, because I don't understand why nobody sees that. So something that you give power, an idol is something you give power, trust, or worship to that isn't God. The Bible, the Quran, any book. Like, it's a book. It's a physical thing. But mind you, it didn't even have to be a physical thing. It's something that people are giving power to, because like I said, I watched a man get upset and was getting ready to go to war with a nigga over somebody destroying a book. I mean, I get it, but God is God. So anyway, statues made of wood, stone, or metal. Images people portray people pray to or believe had power, used in place of God. I'm confused. It says also, idol doesn't have to be a statue. Idol can be money, status, relationships, approval from people, social media validation, even your own ego or image. Anything you rely on more than God can become an idol. Mind you, love you, see you later. Mind you, all I'm saying is God is God. And then everybody treat me like I'm wrong. And mind you, these things are right here that is saying that these are what this is. And so somebody will say lack of understanding, but the definition is the definition. And so it wouldn't be my lack of understanding, it would be your lack of understanding, because the definition is the definition. And people keep trying to make things something that the definition says this is what it means. You can't try to redefine the definition. I know y'all want good meaning bad and bad meaning good, but the definition is the definition. Idols aren't bad things. Sometimes they're good things in the wrong place. The issue is they can't truly fulfill you. They slowly control your decisions, like those books, because again, God is God before the books and the people, and anybody that, you know, decided to compile them came along. They slowly control your decisions. They pull you out of alignment spiritually because they're telling you to do this, that, and the third. But mind you, it's the hypocrisy of it all, because how do y'all not see that this and that are button heads, but you're telling me to do. I don't know why y'all don't see that. If your peace depends on someone texting you back, people liking your content, always being accepted, that thing can quietly become an idol. Deeper truth: idolatry is less about what you bow down to, what you bow to physically, and more about what you can't function without emotionally or spiritually. I don't know. Take it how it resonates for y'all. Anyway, let me see. Let me make sure I did what I was supposed to do. My due diligence on this thing, because I gave y'all everything I gave y'all. But where am I at? Right up here. Okay. So anyway, come on, move it. I like to move it, move it, move it. It's not moving, y'all. Anyway, y'all can go look them things up for yourself, but you don't need to become a new person to change your life. You need to stop betraying the one you already are. A lot of people aren't stuck because they're lost. They're stuck because they keep overriding their own inner no to make people feel comfortable. The hesitation you feel, the pause before you agree to something you don't want, the quiet voice that says this isn't right for me, that's not fear, that's alignment, trying to speak to you. But somewhere along the way, you're taught that being agreeable is safer and being honest, because like I told you, some of the things a person will try to kill you based off the fact that you're saying whatever you're saying. Meanwhile, they'll be saying that I'm coming to kill you in the name of God, but meanwhile, that ain't God, because, do with that information what you will. So you can call self-abandonment being nice and call your intuition overthinking. So let today be different. Today, honor the first feeling, not the edited version, not the justified version, the first one. Because the truth is, every time you choose yourself, your life gets clearer. Every time you ignore yourself, your life gets heavier. Not because you're behind, not because you're confused, not because, you're just overdue for, whatever it is that these people are thinking. And once you stop negotiating with what you already know is wrong for you, everything else starts to move. So hopefully that helps. That's the message. And yeah, always go with God first and foremost, not last, not after, first. Choose God first. And everything else will work out the way it's supposed to work out. That's all I got. So thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you wish to support my channel, all the link, super chat, super stickers, welcome. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. That's actually what helps my channel. Give me a like and a follow. I'm trying to build the channel. And yeah, don't forget, I don't teach tarot. Go with God. Please and thank you. And anybody that's helping or looking to helping, if anybody that's watching my cleaning episodes and things of that nature, we get ready to do a cleaning episode. So keep a watch out for that. You too, Chico. Thank you. And the ones that are not, I'll be posting the little shorts and things of that nature on all the platforms. So there is that. Love y'all and thank y'all for being here.